Here is the news at 6. First, the highlights. Lagos State government declares zero tolerance for maternal death. Targets reduction in number of cases within next 30 years. President Tinubu meets security chiefs, Inspector General of Police in Aso Rock. On a foreign scene, United States threatens to walk away unless Ukraine, Russia agree to ceasefire proposal. And in sports, Team Nigeria to feature in 4 events at World Athletics Relay in China. Now the details. I am Akan Usen. The Lagos State government has declared zero tolerance for maternal death, with a view to bringing down the spate from 430 to 37 within the next 30 years. Speaking at the ongoing ministerial press briefing at Alausa Ikeja, Commissioner for Health Akan Usen stated that the state needs to increase its quality healthcare professionals because Lagos targets increasing the number of its medical doctors from 7,000 to 40,000. According to Abayomi, the Sanwo-Olu administration is designing and constructing eco-friendly prototypes for its primary comprehensive healthcare centers and general hospitals, including the ongoing new 150-bed Massey Children's Hospital, which is 70% completed. The commissioner noted that the Sanwo-Olu administration has also designed a smart health information platform, SHIP, to deliver digital health strategy connecting primary, secondary health facilities, agencies to get real-time data and observe health-seeking behaviors of Lagosians.
We're transforming the medical infrastructure of Lagos State and modernizing it and making it climate resilient and cool and comfortable with a lower carbon footprint. We're embarking on extensive public-private partnerships and joint ventures with private sector to support the government in ensuring that Lagos attains its status as being one of the most desirable places on the continent to come and have specialist medical care.
Abayomi also hinted that the state government is taking proactive steps to address brain drain and increase brain gain in the health sector by increasing funding, training large numbers of professionals, improving the welfare of workers, and engaging diaspora associations to encourage the return of Nigerian professionals. Our correspondent Adeola Akinelu reports that the health commissioner also highlighted the various interventions of the Sanwo-Olu administration in ensuring the implementation of the lyrical health insurance scheme for residents, malaria elimination, awareness and treatment of tuberculosis, treatment and testing of hypertension and diabetes, massive vaccination against diphtheria, among others. Earlier in her remarks, Special Advisor to the Governor on Health, Olukemi Oguyemi, pledged the state government's commitment to ensuring that Lagosians get quality health care as it strives to record giant strides. The Lagos State government has inaugurated the second governing council of the Lagos State Cooperative College, LASCOCO, with a charge for the board to embrace a new era of strategic innovation, technological integration, and international collaboration in the cooperative sector. Commissioner for Commerce, Cooperative Trade and Investment for Lashade Ambrose Medebem, who gave the charge, commended the achievement of LASCOCO while emphasizing the need for the council to build on its success. Ambrose Medebem also called for a shift from rhetoric to measurable action, including setting key performance indicators, KPIs, integrating vocational education through reputable institutions, and leveraging technology to drive digitization and transparency in cooperative operations.
Because vocational education is important, and it's also important to key in to what the needs of the society is. And when we go down to the actual basics of cooperatives, it's about poverty alleviation, and that is why some of the things we're driving now is to scale.
In his welcome address, Provost of Laskoko, Akorede Ojomu, noted that the college had already begun a training program tailored to serve the Lagos Free Trade Zone, among other activities, offering internationally certified courses in welding, industrial piping, and electrical work.
We started small, but we have capacity to turn out nothing less, 80 professionals from that school every year.
On his part, chairman of the newly inaugurated governing council, Oyebowale Raji, pledged to build on the already established foundation of strategic partnership, infrastructure, and digital integration, among others.
As we turn on a new chapter for the next 4 years of our stewardship, we are reminded that building on this foundation requires not just renewed commitment, but a sharpened strategic direction. For this reason, the Governing Council will be convening a strategic retreat in the coming weeks to deliberate on the outcomes of our full strategic plan and to develop the roadmap for the next 4 years.
Our reporter, Adewale Uluwaboroku, reports that the council has a 4-year tenure with members drawn from the Ministries of Commerce and Education, the University of Lagos, the Alumni Association, and LASCOFED, as well as 3 independent members appointed directly by the state. Wife of the Lagos State Governor, Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu, has commended the Lagos State Health Management Agency, LASHMA, for its efforts in bringing healthcare closer to Lagosians. She made this known at the Lyrical Day celebration held at Agidingbi, Ikeja. Mrs. Sanwo-Olu noted that Lagos State's initiative is close to what is obtainable internationally, especially in the United Kingdom and United States. She urged LASHMA to intensify efforts to ensure that more residents in the state participate in the mandatory health insurance scheme, with a population of over 22 million people. Mrs. Sanwo-Olu also encouraged residents of the state to key into the scheme. The Permanent Secretary, Lagos State Health Management Agency, LASHMA, Emmanuela Zamba, appreciated all residents who have been part of the scheme and also enjoined everyone to be a part of the Lyrical Health Insurance Scheme and be its ambassador. According to her, the scheme is available in all primary and secondary health facilities and some registered private hospitals across the state. Our reporter, Kayode Mafolashere, reports that the event with the theme, Lyrical Health Coverage for All, attracted top government functionaries, enrollees, religious bodies, non-governmental organizations, and other key stakeholders. And now to the rest of the stories. President Bola Tinubu is meeting the service chiefs and the Inspector General of Police at his official residence in the Aso Rock Presidential Villa to discuss the rising killings in Plateau, Benue states, and other parts of the country. The president is currently meeting with the National Security Advisor, Nuhu Ribadu, and the Chief of Defense Staff, General Chris Musa. The meeting is coming at a time when the security situation in parts of the country has continued to worsen. President Tinubu, who returned from a 19-day working visit to Europe, is expected to receive updates from his security and intelligence chiefs over the situation of things in areas and states that have experienced unrelenting violence and bloodshed in recent times. It will be recalled that the security situation in Plateau and Benue states, where murderous gunmen suspected to be invading foreign herders, have escalated to a point where hundreds of lives have been wasted and thousands more displaced from their homes. The Bola Ahmed Tinubu International Airport in Minna, Niger State, has officially been designated as the alternative airport to the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport in Abuja. This was made known by the Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, during the launch of a commercial flight operation from the Mina Airport, highlighting the airport's capacity and strategic relevance. Keyamo praised the facility's infrastructure and its potential to serve as a major aviation hub. The declaration is expected to bolster aviation traffic in Mina and serve as a strategic relief point for flight operations in northern Nigeria, especially during emergencies or congestion at the Abuja airport. Now to foreign news. United States Vice President J.D. Vance says his country would walk away unless Ukraine and Russia agree on a deal, echoing recent comments from U.S. officials. His warnings came after London talks between officials from the UK, France, Germany, Ukraine, and the US aimed at securing a ceasefire were downgraded after U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio and Special Envoy Steve Witkoff pulled out. The U.S. is focused on talks this week in Moscow, where Witkoff will meet Russian President Vladimir Putin for the fourth time as the pace of diplomacy to end the war quickens. Meanwhile, Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky is insisting on an immediate pause and unconditional ceasefire. Now, sports. Nigeria will take part in 4 of the 6 events slated for the World Athletics Relays, which will be held in Guangzhou, China, between May 10 and 11. The Nigerian contingent will feature in 4x100 meters relay men, 4x100 meters relay women, 4x100 meters mixed relay, and 4x400 meters mixed relay. According to the Secretary of the Athletics Federation of Nigeria, Israel Mfon, in fielding the 4 events, the Federation had to place a premium on areas of comparative advantage and medal prospects. It will be recalled that the 2024 edition of the World Athletics Relays in Nassau, Bahamas, all the non-Olympics events were removed. And that's all for the news at 6. Always drive within the specified speed limit. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms. On X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. On YouTube, subscribe and watch us live on our channel Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website on www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration empowered over 1,000 residents at the 3rd phase of the Mega Empowerment Program? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government's website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. The Lagos State Government has declared zero tolerance for maternal death with a view to bringing down the spate from 430 to 37 within the next 30 years. President Bola Tinubu is meeting the service chiefs and the Inspector General of Police at his official residence in Aso Rock Presidential Villa to discuss the rising killings in Plateau, Benue, and other parts of the country. We also told you that United States Vice President J.D. Vance says his country will walk away unless Ukraine and Russia agree on a deal, echoing recent comments from U.S. officials. And in sports, Nigeria will take part in 4 of the 6 events slated for the World Athletics Relays, which will be held in Guangzhou, China, between May 10 and 11. For contact with the newsroom, please send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. And that ends the news broadcast compiled by Adeswa Ejoyoka. I am Akan Usen. Thanks for listening and please stay safe. Good evening.